Ariana Grande's doppelganger Paige Neiman has gone too far. People already hated her for copying Ariana Grande to the point where they couldn't tell them apart, and now she's making money off of OF pretending to be Ariana. All the sickos out there are loving this, and poor Ariana Grande feels violated and helpless and probably feels like there's not much that she can do about it. But there's also something that many people are missing, and that's the fact that Paige Neiman is only 18. That's right, the legal age to start an OF is 18, which many believe is still far too young. Back in 2019, Paige Neiman went viral on TikTok for looking exactly like Ariana Grande. Many people thought it was cool, others thought it was super weird, but most importantly, she got a huge amount of backlash. And then Ariana responded to her doppelganger, which led her to getting even more backlash online. Ariana reacted to videos on Twitter stating, "I just wonder why the cat voice/dialogue. I am sure she is the sweetest sweetheart for real, but it's definitely bizarre seeing people blend the two worlds, LMAO." Since then, Paige has amassed a massive TikTok following of over 10 million, which is insane. In terms of the legalities of this whole situation, many believe Ariana is actually going to end up taking Paige to court, or at least take her parents to court, but probably just Paige, seeing as she's now 18 and can take responsibility for her actions. She's been impersonating Ariana Grande for years, and now there's a huge chance she'll be impersonating Ariana on OF. It turns out that what Paige is doing is prohibited by the law. It's illegal to use a celebrity's likeness and exploit explicit and graphic imagery, whether it be manipulated pictures or drawn, and so making inappropriate content with Ariana's face or someone impersonating her should definitely be condemned. At least that's what Ari's fans believe. 18-year-old influencers starting OFs is a huge debate online at the moment. The day Bad Baby turned 18, she launched her OF and had made over $1 million in the first 24 hours. She has now officially made $52 million from OF. Nicolette Gray was another influencer who launched her OF too as soon as she turned 18. It's very concerning that there's such a hype around waiting until these underage influencers turn 18 to buy the OF content. The link to Paige's OF is in her Instagram bio, where she literally states she's 18, so people can't pretend they don't know what they're signing up to see. Her OF bio states, "Paige, 18+ exclusive content that you wouldn't normally see from me, not cosplaying or impersonating. Content reserved to my OF subscribers. Do not share on other platforms. The copyright of the material contained on my OF page, including all images and video material, is owned by me. You do not have permission to use, copy, reproduce, or print any of my material outside of my OF page. Failure to comply will result in legal action taken against the person whose information you used to sign up with, i.e. your bank details. Copyright 2022, all rights reserved." In her cover photo, she was wearing like a very innocent looking outfit, so now you know the types of people who will be buying her content, and it's creepy if you think about it. Needless to say, fans of Ariana are disgusted and are sharing their thoughts. Paige Neiman starting an OF cosplaying as Ariana Grande is one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen. In my opinion, this is going too far and is disgusting, weird, and insanely disrespectful. Ariana said multiple times that impersonators make her uncomfortable, and not only Paige Neiman decided to give zero shits about it, but she leveled up her creepiness by cosplaying as Ariana on her OF. Why hasn't this girl got yet is beyond me. Now, it turns out there's a Reddit thread trending that's asking people to report Paige's OF, so it's only a matter of time before all of Ariana's fans come together and bring her website down. The Reddit post reads, "Paige Neiman created an OF, cosplaying Ariana. I'm so upset about this and I figured you guys might share my rage. She's opened an OF, which would be whatever if she wasn't making content with Ariana's look. Her hair, her makeup, and her photoshopped extra to look just like her. I feel like this borders on the line of some type of crime, because it's Ariana's face she's stealing, and Ariana is not giving her consent to do this. The one picture she posted is already circulating Twitter. I hope Ariana takes legal action if that's an option. Edit, if you can please report her on OF. Also send a DM to OF as well. Maybe we can get them to take her site down." Many believe that this could very well be affecting Ariana Grande's brand, especially due to no one knowing what type of content she'll be posting on OF. These photos could also get leaked online, and then it makes you wonder who's going to see those because Ariana has such a young fan base. Another fan had commented, "There are two problems here. First, her cosplaying as Ariana was ... uncomfortable enough as is before, but she was a teenager, so I get it. Teenagers have idols, but to do it in a sexual nature is quite creepy. Secondly, yes, Paige is 18 now, but she's been out there online for many years and went viral at 15. She's been sexualized as a minor, and the people who are paying for her content knew her first as a minor. The sexualization of young women is extremely concerning. Overall, she's in the wrong for posting NSFW content while portraying another person, but it's also horrific to think about the amount of men who are waiting on her to turn 18 so they could access content like this. Wrong on so many levels. This is extremely concerning. As an outsider, I literally would not have known that this girl wasn't Ariana, other than the fact her page's name is Paige. This is certainly impersonation and entirely wrong of her to profit off of somebody else's face, especially when it's NSFW content. Very shameful of her. Never mind the fact that she is a literal child. Not shameful that she's using OF, but shameful that it's at the expense of Ariana's identity and likeness. I feel for Ariana because it seems likely that she won't pursue legal action, because why would she want even more attention drawn to this? Very sad situation. Recently, Paige had posted a pic of her and her grandmother to her Instagram, and she titled the photo Nonna. Now, Paige is not Italian, whereas Ariana Grande is, and Ari calls her grandmother Nonna. So once again, we are seeing this young lady blatantly copy Ariana, and it's just so weird. Everyone was pointing this out in the comments. Now, without makeup, Paige looks nothing like Ariana. There's definitely similarities, but she's definitely not her doppelganger without being all made up. So it's the fact that she's going out of her way to do her hair and makeup just like Ariana, literally cosplaying her. This is the reason fans believe she's going to get herself into legal trouble. So I did some further investigating into the laws surrounding this in the US, and what Paige is doing is in fact very illegal, and I wouldn't be surprised if Ariana won a lawsuit against her for this. But also, Ariana might not do that because it would mean more free publicity for Paige, so who knows. Digital media law states, in most states you can be sued for using someone else's name, likeness, or other personal attributes without permission for an exploitative purpose. Usually people run into trouble in this area when they use someone's name or photograph in a commercial setting, such as in advertising or other promotional activities. But some states also prohibit use of another person's identity for the user's own personal benefit, whether or not the purpose is strictly commercial. There are two distinct legal claims that potentially apply to these kinds of unauthorized uses. One, invasion of privacy through misappropriation of name or likeness, and two, violation of the right of publicity. Okay, so what happens when the celebrity's image/likeness is exploited to the extent that it's used on OF, and where people are paying a monthly subscription to view that content? Well, the answer sounds something like jail time. The right of publicity is the right of a person to control and make money from the commercial use of his or her identity. A plaintiff that's sued for interfering with that right generally must show that you used his or her name or likeness for a commercial purpose. This ordinarily means using the plaintiff's name or likeness in advertising or promoting your goods or services, or placing the plaintiff's name or likeness on or in products or services that you sell to the public. Therefore, it is a bad idea to create an advertisement suggesting that a celebrity, or anyone for that matter, endorses your website or blog. It is equally unwise to use somebody else's name as the title of your website or blog, especially if you host advertisements. You can be liable even without creating a false sense that the person in question endorses your product or service. The key is that you are exploiting the plaintiff's identity to drive traffic or obtain some other commercial benefit. It may also be an exploitative commercial used to sell subscriptions to your site in return for access to content relating to a specific, usually famous, individual. So do you think Ariana will take Paige to court? She has a very good reason to, but many believe that she won't out of fear that Paige will get even more free publicity. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments.